finds him, but the CC is keeping him alive. No, he goes down. Goldstar locked up in a shockwave. He's going to fall as well, as Dyslexic and Jorb are just tossing out so much damage. That was 3 kills for 1, and a dragon, and a turret for UVA.
Dyslexic, I figured out that's what his name is. Dyslexic actually able to make a huge play, taking care of Goldstar's there, not even able to burn his flash. That was a couple mistakes, to put it politely, coming out of VTech. Kawaii actually giving up that opportunity to take that top lane, like we were saying, that minigame. Oh, Dyslexic caught! Kawaii going in actually gets the kill.
Absolutely destroyed. Lot looking for some follow-up. He gets a revenge kill, but it's going to be stunned down. A little bit of CC coming in from Ujat, some damage being tossed as well. Dark Binding finds him. Lot should get this kill, no problem. And look at that. Good guy, jungle and support, handing that kill over to the vital AD carry.
And that is the Infinity Edge buy coming out of Dyslexic.
That's a very scary item pickup. Looks like he is looking for the invade, knowing that the jungle's dead. Danksonator, is not going to get caught in the Dark Binding because of the attack from Vi. A little bit of miscommunication.
So this is a pretty sticky situation for VTech, like we were saying. This is their power lull in that mid-game, that 15 to 20-ish minutes, maybe even a little bit later since they're having this much trouble. This could be a very hard situation for them to come back from. They really need to get to that late game if they can. We do see Nidalee actually going for that Glacial Gauntlet, Iceborne Gauntlet instead of that Glacial Trap. So, interesting pickup for her. Like we said, probably more just going to be focused on split pushing this game. Maybe a Triforce after that. Or maybe she'll actually just go full tanky and try and keep to team fight. We won't know until it gets past that mid-game lull. So, the only thing that I can really see VTech doing at this point is just putting down a bunch of wards and making sure they're safe from ganks like this.
Well, Goldstar getting locked down. The CC is going to find a Monty with the Sunfire Cape. Doesn't even care about that turret. Oh, turret attacking me? I'm cute. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is really what VTech needs to look out for. They're so susceptible to dives. They're so squishy. Even though they have that range, they don't do enough damage yet to make that a threat. Really, all they have is that Lux combo, and if Gnar is able to beat that front line and able to take all that tower damage, then it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah, Monty is playing that Gnar exceptionally well, snowballing that early advantage into a very convincing mid-game. The early Sunfire Cape means he can go for dives. The Mega Gnar combination allows him to pick up with some follow, get some exceptional CC. But this is not going to be 1, but 2 turrets. With Goldstar's unable to toss out the final spark to try to clear the minion waves, they're just taking so much damage on their objectives, and suddenly it's 3 turrets to 1, 10 kills to 5, and 1 dragon to 1 in favor of UVA. Virginia Tech are starting to flounder.
Yeah, bringing it back to that same kind of position they were at the start of the game when they gave up those 2 kills. They were able to sort of come back from that, so we'll have to see if they're able to do it again, although it's going to be a little bit more difficult this time around.
And now we do have a bit of a counter push coming out from Ujat, Goldstar, and Trickmaster, but they don't have a tanky frontliner there. Both ID and Kawaii are off on the top half of the map, and now that Lot is on his way down into that mid lane, it's going to be a scary situation. There's a lot of pick potential available from Virginia. And whoa, ID trying to recall on top of a bush, that's never a smart idea. On top of a ward. I mean, you can recall in bushes, but...
I think we're going to see a couple more of those red trinkets coming out from UVA. They're feeling confident. They know they can start asserting their pressure into that mid lane, take control of the enemy team's jungle.
You think we might see a lot of those red trinkets?
I think we'll probably see 4, if not 5. I wouldn't be surprised if Orianna or Lucian actually decide to pick up a blue trinket, but if they're thinking the same way I am, I think it's going to be X-based, taking all the...
You totally missed the pun there. A lot on Kha'Zix. A little bit of a fight going down. Soul Shackle's going to be locked down. ID finds Jorb in the back line. Shockwave hasn't been used yet. It finds only Trickmaster. No, Kawaii. Meanwhile, Dyslexic over the wall picks up 1 final spark, bringing Monty low, but he's still alive. Using that early Sunfire health to keep him up a lot. Not going for the reset because he doesn't have any mana. 1-for-1 trade support for a jungler, but for the time being, Virginia Tech, they're still standing.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. However, it's still not It seems like it's not enough at this point. They need to be able to get to that Kog'Maw late game, and they somehow need to figure out how to do it. As soon as he gets his fork, he'll be strong. But that's going to be a little wise away. A little bit... a little ways away at this point.
It's going to take some time.
Yes, it's going to take some time. Especially me picking up on those puns. That's going to take some time, too.
It was actually really funny. I said the pun, and then I glanced over to watch the stream on my second monitor, and I watched it drop from 33 viewers to 32 viewers exactly 5 seconds after I said the pun. So I knew, because of the spectator list, somebody heard that and said, nope, I'm getting the fuck out.
Yep, I'm noping out of here right now.
It's done. But yeah, you're exactly right. It's now 20 minutes into the game, in the dead center of the mid-game power spike for UVA. Virginia Tech are barely hanging on, but they have not lost the game yet. There is a dragon respawning, and Virginia Tech are in no position to contest it, with recalls all around the map and Ujat nowhere to be seen. It's going to be another free dragon for Virginia Tech, just because of a little bit of a difficulty keeping that thing on timer.
Yeah, and we see Monty up in that top lane, creating a whole bunch of pressure for Kawhi. Still has that teleport up. We'll see if Kawhi is able to hold against Monty, considering he's so strong at this point. He's probably going to go for a Randuin's Omen next, which is going to make it even more difficult for Kawhi to actually wave clear against him.
I actually have a secret desire for him. Oh, that makes me kind of sad. So I saw the Giant's Belt. I was really hoping it would be a Frozen Mallet. Because right now he's doing well. He's got a lot of damage. He's got some significant armor. The only real threat to him is going to be coming out from being dived on by Ujat, Kale, and ID. And I don't think that's that much of a problem for him, considering how mobile he's been this game. So picking up a Frozen Mallet would allow him to chase his kills a little bit better. He's already sitting at a 9 KDA, so I guess that's not that much of a problem.
Oh, big plays coming out of Danksonator.
Yeah, he's looking for a bit of a stun. Managed to get one auto tech. Another one goes down. Shockwave used, but it is dodged. Here comes Kawhi and ID to the rescue. But that was a flash burn for a Shockwave, I suppose.
They did blow the Danksonator ultimate as well.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you caught the way that he engaged that, actually. It was really smart. He jumped up to a minion and then dropped his shield, so Goldstars wasn't able to actually snare him right away. So really smart play by him, really just eliminating the options that Goldstars had to be safe, making him need to learn that flash. So we'll see a little bit of fight. We'll see who's actually able to take the advantage in this one.
And will be pretty entertaining. We're now 22 minutes in, and as it stands, UVA lead by about 7,000 gold. They're up 2 turrets, they're up 1 dragon, and they're up 5 kills. But take a look at the CS for the most important champions. It's going to be about a 30 CS lead for Jorb in that mid lane, and Dyslexic, he's sitting at a comfortable 44 minions ahead of Ujat. That's a static shiv and infedge to only the Trinity Force on Kog'Maw.
Yeah, not to mention those 5 kills he has. He's actually up over 2,500 gold on that Kog'Maw right now. That's a lot of money.
And with that additional money and the killer KDA on that Dyslexic, he's going to be rocking an 8 KDA. There's an 8 KDA on Kha'Zix, a 9 KDA on Gnar, 5 KDA on Orianna, and that is unfortunately only a 4 KDA for the support Rom. But there's a lot of action as Monty is looking for Kawhi in the top lane. Meanwhile, the rest of the teams are dueling it out in the jungle.
Yep, the flash was actually blown on Ujat. He did get jumped on by Lot and Danksonator, so good play by them, really eliminating the possibility.
ID finds Lot. He drops the assault and battery. Lot's going to be obliterated, taking too much damage. Danksonator too far forward. Shockwave finding only ID. That's Danksonator falling. Trickmaster taking a lot of damage as well, but without any sort of frontliners, Dyslexic and Jorb are running for their lives, culling for style points, but no sort of follow-up means that for the time being, Virginia Tech can take the offensive.
Yeah, because Lot was actually the one who got caught instead of engaging, they didn't really capitalize on the fact that Ujat's flash was down. We do see the blue trinket coming out of Dyslexic. I'm really happy about that. So hopefully that won't happen in the future, because they'll be able to scout out behind the tower and make sure that there are no flanks coming from the side, like ID did so successfully there.
Yeah, and ID doing a great job. Monty looking for some action. Gold Stars way caught. I don't know what he was thinking there. No wards. The only sort of backup that he had was from ID all the way on the Wraith camp. and on a very slow champion like Lux with only the Sork boots, there's no way he was escaping from that. And looks like this is going to be another turret going down because of missing positioning from Virginia Tech.
It does seem like there might be a little bit of a tilting problem coming out of VTech. They aren't making the smartest plays right now, especially in that business. A lot of chances getting caught. Get the engage coming down.
Yeah, there is a lot of damage finding ID. He's not able to get the assault battery. Turret falls. Monty was tanking it the entire time. Dyslexic goes deep. He gets some damage off. A lot of trading with Ujat. Heal keeps him alive. Culling allows Jorb to pick up the kill. Follow up from Kawhi. He gets one snipe, looking for yet another. But without any backup from any sort of AD carry, it's dangerous. Noxian supplies. Not going to find one. Flash means Jorb stays alive. Kawhi finds Monty. He's going to get the revenge kill. Auto attack drops. He's not finding a red buff. Tixie's going to get it. Meanwhile, Lot running away with Danksinator. Here's Kawhi looking for the flank. Trying to body block for him. He's looking for the spear. He is going to dodge the spear. Trickmaster. It follows up with a flash of his own, finds the dark, finding Danksinator, going to certainly fall. What an amazing engage. That was 1 for, I think that was 3 of UVA, and Virginia Tech, they're going to collapse under the Baron.
Yep, they have almost gotten to that later game stage where they didn't have the protection for the carries. They've got that range, and their frontliners are doing pretty well right now. They're pretty strong. Attempting this Baron, and I think they'll be able to get it down. It's just up to Lot if he can actually make this deal happen or not.
Yeah, he does have his smite available, so he could try to go over the wall, make some magic happen. Oh, there's going to be the clairvoyance. He's caught in the dark binding. He gets destroyed, but Dyslexic coming in for a few kills of his own. He's going to find gold stars, gets 1, now is going to be looking for 2 as Monty finds yet another, and the Baron cleans up Morgana in the pit. Ujat just running around the outside wall. What is going on this game?
They just didn't really have the damage, unfortunately. Ujat wasn't there. Like we were talking about before, that flash really being a burden. Him not having that flash, making him die earlier like that, really kind of just shot his team in the foot. And it looks like they're going to lose an inhibitor out of this.
Yeah, it seems like UVA are much better at positioning around the map, taking objectives like Dragon, turrets, and early fights, but the overall fight potential seems to be in favor of Virginia Tech. They're finding themselves in exceptional 5 versus 5 fights where they're able to drag it out over the course of a minute or so and just take kill after kill through pure endurance and stamina over UVA. But UVA, they just have so much momentum moving forward. It's really a seesaw game.
Yeah, as long as VTech doesn't overextend like they've had a little bit of a tendency to do, a little bit of chasing too hard, which might be going on right now, actually.
Yeah, Glacial Fissure dropped. Gold Star's caught too far forward once again. Seems like I should just say that by default, considering how aggressive he's been playing on that Lux. Dyslexic secures the Dragon. Here comes Ujat from the wrong side of the wall. If he gets picked off, that's a really dangerous position, but Lot just baits everyone into the pit and walks away.
Like I was saying, they are chasing really hard. It seems like they are a little bit frustrated that they have been caught this often, as they have been kind of pushed around the map in this early and mid game. They really just need to play a little bit safer, and if they can get maybe another 5-10 minutes further into this game, once Kog'Maw picks up that Blade of the Ruin King, once Lux gets her death cap, they'll have even more of an advantage in these team fights if they can keep playing them as flawlessly as they've been doing so far.
We're now 28 minutes into the game. About a 9,000 gold lead in favor of UVA, but Virginia Tech are hot on their heels. They're only about half an item tier behind if you take a look at the jungle and the top laners. It's really nothing too significant of a difference. The really big thing to note is going to be the AD carries and the AP carries. The Trinity Force on Kog'Maw to only compared to the Infedge and the Static Shiv on Lucian, plus another BF sword for additional damage. Yeah. In the mid lane, Gold Stars, he's got the Athenes and doesn't even have a Void Staff, doesn't have the Rabadon's Death Cap compared to the Rabadons and Athenes on Jorb. It's just these little incremental differences that's allowing UVA to walk away successful more often than not, though that's not for Virginia Tech's lack of effort.
Dyslexic actually has so much gold right now that he chose to upgrade that market. They are sieging on the tower. Let's see if they can take it.
Yeah, this is really dangerous. Danksinator looking to see if he can clear that minion wave, dropping a bit of shield. He gets caught with the Dark Binding, but is nice and tanky into this match with the Targons and the Randuin's components. Though there is a lot of wave clear available, the super minion split push is going to force a decision out of UVA. This is going to be the big fight coming out for you, Virginia Tech and UVA. Monty gets caught in the dark binding. He's going to be taking a few turret hits. Doesn't seem to mind too much about it. ID goes deep, finishes fine Dyslexic. He goes low, but Farrier keeps him alive. Targon's Embraces drops as well. Jorg being jumped on by Kawhi. They need to pick the same targets. He drops as well. 2 kills as Monty, not even using the rage, is still alive. Trickmaster with the Soul Shackles doesn't find one. The turret goes down. Lot looking for a reset, and Gold Stars seems like he's given up as he's sitting under the Nexus. The next inhibitor is going to fall, and UVA are completely undaunted. They are rushing the Nexus.
Yep. Gold Stars actually lead in that fight. I don't know what to say.
It's a little unfortunate that happened. Monty managing to get some Mega Gnar damage down onto Ujat, not going to find the Rage Slam to knock him into the wall. Jorg flashes to dodge some damage, but the Nexus has fallen. Ladies and gentlemen, University of Virginia beat their state rivals, Virginia Tech, in an incredible game, 29 minutes and 51 seconds in.
Yeah, that's super unfortunate. I was waiting for that Lux ultimate. I was waiting for it to come out. It just didn't happen, unfortunately. Super unfortunate. However, that does not spell the end for them. They're going to have a lot more chance to play, so hopefully they can fix their internet situation and won't have these struggles anymore. So it looks like we are going to take a little bit of a break. I think we're jumping into the next game. Do you know if that's true?
I believe so. That's going to be University of Rhode Island taking on University of Connecticut in about, let's see, that's going to be in about 30 minutes, I think, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. I don't even know what time that is Central, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't go anywhere. We're going to throw a few ads onto the stream to help support NCSPA, but in the meanwhile, we'll be back in about 30 minutes. I'm Caster Seda, joined by Muskie Bad, and thanks for watching.